what everything we were doing during that time, bro. Like I just felt like we were just fucking
drunk,
bro. All the time we're all hiding all our
Yeah.
shit, and we're just fucking drinking the pain away, even though we were having the best time, right?
Hiding part's the biggest one because that's a lot of us. You know, our whole circle was fighting. You know, fighting marriages, fighting demons, like, you know what I mean?
Shit like that.
Complete demons within our relationship, within our relationships, within our jobs, everything. You know what I mean? So you're not wrong.
So for the first time in the podcast, on the NB podcast,
yes, sir,
we're gonna have a whole ass black guy. If you put us together,
yeah, absolutely.
Whole ass black guy, whole ass Chamorro guy.
We're here,
and one big Filipino.
That's right.
We are here
for the first time. But we got Dom Worthy on the pod today, and
yes, sir.
Everybody that follows us, like that's especially in the softball community, a lot of people think that this man also runs NB and owns NB because just like me and Mark, he's fucking for the past 4 or 5 years already wearing nothing but NB, you know. So like this has just been the uniform basically for the past
literally,
4 or 5 years, right? So it's like everybody already thinks like, you know, we're all, you know, like you're an owner too and shit, but you know, you're just part of the
That's the first
family.
thing. That's the first thing I hear is like, hey, when are you dropping?
What?
Matter of fact, let me just get my. When can I model? Let me get my.
So you've been a part of it, you know, like how we fucking roll and where we've come from, where we started. You know, you saw that, and you've seen the growth. You know,
on the crest of everything,
all of it. Like I remember those times when you were ordering hats, like when we were still drop shipping. You're like, bro, let me get.
I had the customs.
Hat. You know, like you're the only one that got these certain hats that we had to order from these guys to make, and the shit was expensive as fuck.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And now they're all stolen.
Yeah.
Like being like one of the like the biggest reps for the brand. Like I have no choice. But hey, let me get. And I'm just thinking like. At first, you guys were just like, you know, it was able to like I can always get it from you guys. You know what I mean? But now it's like when I'm supporting the brand, you have to support the brand. You know what I mean? But now it's like can I get that? I'm thinking like if I say yes. It's coming out of my pocket. Now. So it's like not really where I can just. I don't feel good about it, but I still have to like, you know. I like I told him I was at a bar one time like, oh, I like the red one. I like the red hat. I'm thinking like. Yeah,
I think that's a trend. I don't know if it's with just our brand, but I think I hear that a lot with people. Like all constantly getting our, you know, their Nesian built stuff is getting stolen.
Oh,
that's a common theme.
100%.
That's crazy.
Bro,
I was like, does that happen with other brands or just
so? There's like 3 people, bro, that I know. Their car got broken into.
Me and Buff.
See, that's 2. So now it's like 4 or 5. Where their car got broken into, nothing got stolen, but the MB, bro. And it's like even my brother and my cousin John, their car got broken into. John had tools and all kinds of stuff in his car. They didn't take that. They took the MB gear, bro. Hoodies, socks, and shit.
We had just bought 18 new hats. Remember?
Yeah.
The was it red hats
for
when we went to Native Worlds?
Yeah.
Or Cream Crop.
That was for you.
That got stolen. Out of my, they're like the OG hoodies and stuff like so.
Fucking nuts.
Caleb's locker got dumped out, and the cleaner guy took his
sweater.
That was back in the day.
And I don't know any homeless like any homeless friend or anything that represent our brand.
We got one out here.
I saw it.
No, so it's probably our stuff. I'm saying like I don't have any friends that are that are homeless that are repping our brand. You know what I'm saying? So if I do see it, I'm thinking like it's definitely my hat. Like one of one, but
you're the only one that, and you know it too.
I know
it's
the one that got
that. But it was funny because I was rolling down the street. I came here during lunch. I backed some orders or something, and I was leaving. I was going to the post office, bro. I saw a dude on a bike, and he was pulling his little fucking little, what do you call it, a trailer or whatever, and had all his shit in it. But then I look over and I saw like, you know, a print on the sleeve. I'm like, okay, that's something we do. But then his fucking body kind of opened up. I saw the big box MB, bro. It's a black crew neck sweater with the box logo. And I was like, that's crazy, bro. This guy's out here rocking MB. All right, let's go. I can't say nothing.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. You know, you gotta like take it. Like even homeless people want to wear it. You know,
that's true.
You know what I mean?
It's that in demand.
You know, like we've always said like when we want to make it affordable for our people and stuff. So like the homeless can't really afford the Nike and stuff, like, you know what I mean? So why not?
Let's
go to the Nike of the Pacific.
So now that, you know, my mom, she deals with like the homeless, like the homeless shelter stuff. So now I'm going to start bringing, you know, everything that I can't fit no more. Like,
hey, you know, we got some sweaters.
Yeah, bro, you could have just told me about that.
Oh yeah, well,
I could have hooked you up with some stuff to hand over.
Well, it's still a thing. So it's every Sunday.
Still hand it over.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Oh shit, damn. Okay, now we got somewhere to fucking
that's right.
roll this stuff over.
So I got to stop giving out my 2 2X stuff and like
Yeah.
XL stuff.
Yeah. You drop sizes.
Yeah,
too,
I
you
gave her
drop
everything. My
sizes.
mom was like, "Oh, I love it," and then now I'm thinking like, "Damn, I can't. I gotta get my own shit."
Now you can't afford to get bigger. Again,
No, cannot.
You
Yeah,
already gave all that shit away.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bigger days is definitely, unless it's like me, like bulking. But as far as like going to a 2X, a 2X, I try to put a 2X on one of my 2X OG NB shirts and the referee root shirt. You know what I mean? I put it on, thinking
too
like
much room in it.
it reminded me of like 2004, 2005 when we were wearing tall tees and extra large shirts. I just looked silly, you know what I mean? And I was skinnier.
All
in
of
high
us
school.
did.
Yeah,
bro.
I know. It just makes me like want to vomit because that we thought that was so cool. You know what I'm saying? So nah, hell no.
Yeah, it is funny because this guy also like MB got him from wearing New Era caps, nothing but New Era caps, bro, to wearing fucking mesh trucker caps, bro. And,
yeah,
like,
and it was a quick trade too.
Yeah.
Like, I'll trade you this, and I'm like, man, I can't do the trucker. I was like talking about like my forehead's too big and my ponytail won't go in there. He was like, bro, text me. He was like, this is high. Would you say high?
High profile.
High profile. I'm like, he was like, try it. And I'm like, I put it in. I don't think I took it off. I think I've worn one Mariners cap. I wear like a Niners cap.
Yeah.
I mean, even that I like stop. I have like the red and white MB hats off.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, you don't represent the Mariners and Niners no more. I'm thinking like, I don't represent Nike no more either. The fuck, the fuck you talking about? I mean, that's facts. So like, if people don't see me in NB, they're like, "Oh, are you guys okay?
Oh, something's wrong. What's going on?
They're just looking for some fucking problem. You know?
Are you guys? Are you? Yeah, no, we're good, but
yeah, bro. But fucking, so like you've been with us from the beginning, bro, and it's crazy because like we said, you saw us from when we were drop shipping. And then from the garage, like when all the days we were all drinking, and you've seen a lot of what fucking has changed, and like you've even seen like a change in how I am.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And the craziest thing is like how like NB has created, and what we're trying to do, right, is create a culture of us trying to be better, right? And you know, we've seen that within our people, we've seen that within our group and stuff like that, and like. From like even you, like fucking from like I was looking at fucking like we were just talking about earlier the pictures of when we won the championship in 2019, right? That was 2019, right? Yeah. From that, we're just like, do not fucking show us in those pictures. Yeah. Like we look like totally different people. Bro.
That's what I was telling me. He was like, oh look at someone was like, oh look how skinny or look how fat we were. I'm like, don't say all of us.
Yeah, he said skinny. And we're the fat ones.
Yeah, we're the fat ones. Yeah.
So it's like fuck, just coming from that, right?
Yeah, but it's just the thing. Like, you know, we set a goal. You know what I mean? As far as mentally goes, like this is where we want to be at in a few. You know, just for like gradually, this is where we want to be at. And you guys started. I mean, you know, like when we first did 75 hard, you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this."
He started that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, "Shit, if you're gonna do that, let's play. Fuck it." Yeah. And that was like the biggest challenge because none of us really have ever mentally, you know, so we never put ourselves through that, and that helped a lot of us. Myself, you know what I mean? Mostly myself because I couldn't do no fucking push-ups.
You never went to the gym, nothing.
Never,
you were
never
doing that.
Never.
Shit,
even like playing sports in high school, I've never been to the gym like that.
Yeah,
just like I was just like athletic. You know what I mean? I was gifted to be athletic just enough, but never you go to the gym. No, I remember like working out with Eric and Roki. Everybody's hitting the bar. I'm like, nah, my wrist hurts. Just try it.
Yeah. Remember that fucking time we even did? We were doing that push-up challenge. This was like during that COVID
22 days. Yeah.
And we were doing that, and then we were actually helping Wendy move that day.
Fuck that.
I did some push-ups in the garage, and then this guy got down. He was trying to make fun of me, and then he got down. He did like 6 fucking push-ups.
Fuck that, bro. Yeah.
Different story now, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And it's not just that it changes the physical, right? You obviously fucking it changes. It helps you up here. It's not that it's gonna just like fix everything for you. Right? It's not that at all. But it helps you trying to deal with it. Like, as you see yourself grow physically, you see yourself grow mentally.
No, 100%. Yeah. Because you always think about, oh, if I can grow here, then what else have I been missing out on?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's really a thing. People always think like, oh, when you share like a meme or you share like, oh, physical appearance and mental appearance is like different thing. But for us that's been through it, like I went from 240 to 190 during my 75 hard. You know what I mean? So it's like once I seen it, I'm thinking like, shit, I want to continue to do it. But then I started making excuses when I started using death as an excuse, but now it's like easier. Like the older I get, like I just lost my pops, and I used death as an excuse to quit. But now it's like with me knowing that he's gone, he's not going to come back. Is now I can use that for life. You know what I mean? As far as mentally checking in. But it's been a thing, man. It's hard. Like for us that like when I had surgery, I couldn't go to the gym for months. you go back, you lose everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But once you get back in there, it's like it's it's
You gotta
clockwork.
get that
So
ball rolling.
yeah,
You know, once it goes, it goes.
Yeah, and it's like like that's that video I posted that story yesterday, and it's about that, bro. Like it's about the process, bro.
Yeah,
Like that shit. Like there's times in your life where you just can't get to what you want to get to.
Oh, yeah,
and that stuff.
100%,
Like shit happens, bro. Like that's what it is, though. But if you build yourself so well mentally that you can come back from that, you already know, right? All right, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back strong, and it's gonna suck. I'm gonna be bad. Like, I'm not gonna be as strong as I used to. I'm not gonna be as fast as I used to. But I got to start, and I already know what it's like to start and then get to a certain point,
and what it takes,
and I really want to talk about that though. I decided to do 75 hard, and remember, it was the same thing. Like we've talked about it before, where I just said I was going to do it because I felt like I needed it. Like with everything we were doing during that time, bro. Like I just felt like we were just fucking drunk, bro. All the time, we're all hiding all our shit, and we're just fucking drinking the pain away. Even though we were having the best time, right? Best times of our lives, bro, was just being with all the fucking crew, and drinking.
The hiding part's the biggest one, because that's a lot of us. You know, our whole circle was fighting. You know, fighting marriages, fighting demons, like, you know what I mean?
Shit like that.
Complete demons within our relationship, within our relationships, within our jobs, everything. You know what I mean? So you're not wrong. That's exactly it.
So, and it's like, and it's not that, of course you don't want to just like, it's not running away from, the family and everything, but you have to fix yourself, bro. Like you have to deal with those things yourself. And even though you have the crew there, but you're only like, if somebody's not trying to fix themselves, it's very hard to help other people fix their shit too, because you really don't have the answers for that if you haven't been through that process.
The blind leading the blind.
Exactly. Right. So like and it wasn't at that point, I just felt like, I lowered my standards so much for myself that I needed to pick that shit back up. I needed to, after leaving the army, it's like, I just felt like, oh yeah, I did my best already. I don't have to do anything more. Like now it's my time. I'm 30, whatever. Now I can just drink, get fat, like do all that shit, and that was my excuse, bro. That was my thing. My best was already in the army. I already did my part.
Your prime.
Now, that was my prime. But I'm at my prime.
I'm at my prime now,
which is crazy. We would have never thought, right?
Yeah.
But like, I really want to go into like, so I decided to do that, and I wasn't expecting everybody to like you
didn't even ask.
I didn't ask anybody to do it. I just said I wanted to do this, and then I just started sending videos to these guys even before we started 75 Hard. I was sending them like, I'm fucking up. It's fucking 7 o'clock on a Saturday, and I'm doing a ruck march, shit like that. And this guy was just waking up at like 10 o'clock, like, oh, I'm in my bed, like he's fucking making fun of me and shit. And the next thing, bro, like, why did you want to do 75 Hard, bro? Like, why did
I remember we were at your house, and then I think it was like I didn't want to drink. At first, it was like I didn't want to drink without you. You know what I mean? Because at that time we were always together. At your house every weekend, or Auntie Lenore's house. And if we weren't drinking together, then I was like, man, what's going on? What am I gonna do here? You know what I mean? And I think the biggest challenge was because everybody looked up to you and I. You know what I mean? Especially when it came to Nesian built, like for TNB, it was like, oh, these are our captains. You know what I mean? And I thought like it worked for us. You know what I mean? Like if they looked at me and you like, oh, this is where if our two leaders are gonna be able to do this, and that's why I made it more for them before myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? And which it was backwards at the time, but now it's like once I seen, oh, they're doing this because that we're doing it. Now I'm really gonna finish it because it's like my kids. I'm not calling my friends my kids, but I'm saying like they're looking up to us. Yeah. And if I fail, if I quit, if I said for myself, I said, fuck, I'm not gonna do 75 hard no more. I feel like other like, okay, we'll just restart.
You give them an excuse.
Yeah, we'll give them an excuse to restart. And I had to make sure, like, I was on them, like I was on them more because I already started. Once he said I'm gonna do it, I was already mentally in like, and I've never challenged myself like that before. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's like the biggest thing, and I didn't even want to, but the fact that at the time I didn't want to not, I did like I've always looked up to him even when softball here. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to see if he wants to, if he's gonna be able to push himself. Like I said, I've never done 2 push-ups in my life. You know what I mean? I'm always break. But then once I seen it, because remember me and Leo started 20 days before everybody else. Yeah. And it was like, so it was easier for me to gradually get into it. But that's the real reason why, is because I wanted everybody else to see, as far as they were pushing me before I was pushing them, because they were mentally, in my mind, I was waiting for them to tell me like, okay, let's go.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, because it's like, you already know that because of how everybody just relied, you're saying, right? Like if we're the captains of this team and this family, right? And everybody's looking to us. If we decide to quit, if we decide to just to let it like stop us or let us make that decision. Like, oh, I'm just gonna give up.
Yeah,
they give up. And we're doing that to them.
Yeah,
we're giving up on them if we say that we just quit. We're making excuses for them. We can't get like they're basically losing out on getting better because we decided to not get better.
Yeah,
you know, and and I saw that throughout. It's a hard 75 days. Like that shit is not hard. I mean, easy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks again for tuning in to another episode. If you enjoyed the Nesian Build podcast and you want to help us spread the word, it'd help us out a lot if you leave us a review, a rating, a like, a subscribe, even a share on any platform that you're listening on. Again, we really appreciate your time. Let's get back to the episode.
What also made it a little bit easier, and I give more credit to Ching than I give anybody, because I called her out one day and I was like, because she was like, oh, I'm gonna do 75 hard, but I'm only gonna drink half of a gallon.
Yeah, because she said it was like too much.
Yeah, it was too much for her body. Too much for her body. Yeah. And I was like, it's supposed to be hard. You know what I mean? If I'm telling Ching this, you know what I'm saying? It's another leader of us. And if I'm telling her that, and this is open in front of everybody. If I'm telling her this, and she's like, you know what? I'm not a fucking pussy. So once she said that, and I was hoping it like everybody grasped onto it. I'm thinking like, so if I'm gonna call you out for it, I need you to hold me accountable too, because that's the only thing that's gonna keep us going is us, you know, to hold each other accountable. And that was the biggest. That was literally the biggest turning. It was me telling her like, you have to do this if you're wanting us. You know what I mean? Because you can't tell nobody else.
Yeah.
You can't tell nobody else that they're not doing it if you're
not doing it yourself.
Yeah. Like we've always said, there's always people like, oh, I did 75 hard, but I did my version.
Yeah, that's not it.
Don't disrespect me because
don't
disrespect.
I just didn't do this part.
Yeah.
And it's, if you done the whole thing, you know it's
you know it's hard. Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
It doesn't matter how easy you try and make the workouts and stuff like that, right? Like it's still being able to show up for those.
Yeah, that's
all those tasks. Like that in itself is hard already.
Like, I've had so many dreams of me failing it, like waking up. I forgot to drink my water. I thought I just drank a soda. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like 100%. Like it's always I forgot to drink my water. Like let me read my book. That's why I always make sure I read it first, because my dumb ass was not. I made sure I read before I left the house in the morning to saw everything. But that was the biggest turnaround, bro. It's like, you know, you gave us a not necessarily a platform for it, but you gave us an idea to do it. You know what I'm saying? So
you know, that shit just like, honestly, bro, like while we were going through that, you know, I'm going through my own shit while we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because I know it's fucking hard, you know. But as I'm just seeing everybody, bro, like going through it, like, and then even you, like starting, and everybody's just dropping weight. You're fucking happier. Relationships are better. Like, and the thing is, like, they're getting better also because we're challenging ourselves and we're challenging everybody that's with us, bro. Like, everybody's calling each other out. Like, when shit's going on, and like that alone, like when you called out Ching, nobody calls out Ching, bro. Like, when you, because she holds herself accountable, right? But for that little piece that where she was trying to, like, you know, say, I'm gonna slack on this, not slack, but like, I'm gonna cut this because it makes more sense to me. That's making that she's telling her that story herself, but then somebody called her out and I'm taking accountability. I'm gonna do it. Right.
That was fucking monstrous, bro, because she, you know, she was the more petite of the group, and for everybody, and I'm hoping everybody, you know, followed. You know what I mean? I know what I did. You know what I mean? So I'm just hoping that everybody saw Ching and what she did and how she put it, because that she literally helped me, because me calling her out, I'm thinking like, oh, I can't be a hypocrite here. I remember there was a Niners vs Packers game, and then I forgot to drink my water like throughout the day.
Yeah.
Bro, I had to finish a gallon of water between these like 2.5 hours.
You were at a bar or something, right? Yeah,
at a bar.
This guy was all these cups
of water, and I couldn't really count the ounces or whatever. But so I went back. I saw my gallon right when I got to the house. I'm just like, just sitting there, like my bladder was fucked up. It was fucked up.
Yeah, bro. But it was just so like solid, bro. And imagine like how good of a year that was.
Yeah.
Because we all did 75 hard, right? Everybody fucking, I was like, dude, this is crazy, because we were already talking about this, like, bro, imagine everybody pretty much on our team, like the core of our team is doing 75 hard right now.
Yeah.
Imagine what it's going to look like when we show up to Labor Day, because we just unlocked a piece of our mind that nobody else is doing. And, you know, there's no other team that's doing this.
And what happened?
Bro? Yeah. We ended up winning Labor Day, bro.
And what happened?
You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. And it's like the craziest shit, because also like everybody was playing so much softball that year. Like all these guys, bro, were like, I probably played the least I've ever played throughout all my years. But these guys were all fucking out there, like balling, like fucking 4, 5, 6 days a week, just out there playing. Damn. And that's like, they went, 75 hard to fucking doing that, right? And it's like, because I wanted to like get into this too with you, because I think, and it's not like calling you out about it.
Yeah.
It's really just to, you know, help people that are actually watching and thinking like, you know, because it's not like it's like, because ever since there, I haven't stopped. Like ever since we started 75 hard, I haven't stopped. I haven't like put in a break. Like I literally just been kind of not doing 75 hard, but I've been falling just because
just being disciplined.
Yeah, because that shit, bro, just it unlocked something in my mind that it just made me feel like, because before I was making those excuses, right? Like telling myself like, you know, other people have this is for other people to be able to do. And then, but when I was able to, like, I think day 76 is what really like got me to really think about all this stuff. And ever since there, I just keep kind of putting up the hard, right?
Yeah.
And that shit just unlocking my mind made me just think like, bro, like how, if I did this for like a long time, for 5 years, let's say, right? Where would I be? Like, I just don't know where I'd be, but I'd rather see that, because I've already seen what the other path has given me. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already seen what that's given me. So what happens if I try this for 5 years this way? You know, and that's all I'm trying to like figure out, because I want to see what the best version of myself is going to look like. Right? So I just keep trying to stack those fucking days, stack those, all the shit that I read, all the shit that I listen to, changing the mindset, right? Yeah. But like going from, you did 75 hard, you didn't keep going, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's processes, there are different seasons of life where, you know, okay, this is not the time for this for me. And that's all right. But you always seem to come back to it, right? You saw the best version of yourself. You saw twice. You know, twice. Yeah, you did it 2 times that year. All of us did it twice that year. How, like, what made it so that you went from doing it and then kind of like stopping or like slowing down, kind of going back to the shit?
It was
right?
completely stopping. It was actually, it was like really slowing down. It was actually the excuses of it. You know what I mean? I ran into paths. I ran into like situations mentally. And this is the thing, like when you're going through 75 hard, you're supposed to be able to mentally get out of the situation. But there's sometimes where the excuses come from is you let the mental beat you. You know what I mean? And that's what it was. It was like going through stuff within last year. I was like, man, you know what? Fuck this. You know what I mean? Instead of saying fuck this and then working something out within myself, I didn't do it. And then I had to re-channel back in like to where I was at, because that's what it was. You know, we did it twice in 1 year. You know what I mean? So it was like, and that's, we've never, I myself have never.
You've never done 300 workouts
no,
in a year.
You
did that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I've never drank that much, drank that much water. I've never read that much, you know what I mean? So it's like, but once and what's funny is this, when I did 75 hard the first time, I didn't drink for 100 days. I kept for, I went 100 days, right?
Yeah, 25 days before that you stopped drinking,
And then the second time I did it, on day 76, I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let me have it. And that was the difference between both times, because at that time, the first 75, we were all together working it out. Second time, we were working out, but just kind of to ourselves.
And it wasn't all of us this time. It was
just a couple. It was only a couple of us. And then like when I came back, because I did 3 trips to Vegas while on 75 hard. Yeah. So I'm thinking like, if I can do that, we went through New Year's, Christmas without drinking, and then but after that, I was like, man, I just need a drink. Yeah. And then that second time, it was like, man, once I opened that drink and I cheersed, that's when I stopped. Yeah. And it was a total opposite from when I did the first time. And then the excuses started piling up. Yeah. Death started happening. And I'm thinking like, damn, I got to be next. You know what I mean? Because that's what it was, bro. It's like all these my cars blowing up, 2 cars blowing up, and then, you know what I'm saying? It just, everything started to ripple. It was a ripple effect. So I was like, man, just let me take away from having to try to like self-discipline. Like let me get away, let me stride away from it. Yeah. You know, it's an excuse, but that's exactly what it was. Yeah. And for me to try to get back to it, and then when I started going back to it, then I had surgery, and then there's another excuse, and there's another layover. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, another delay. But that's exactly what it is. It's just the excuses and me letting my mental beat me before anything else. And that's exactly what it was, for sure.
But like, I mean, that's part of it. Yeah. Right. And but it's not like. And it seems like it's like giving up, right? Or giving in to it. But I feel like that you have to go through that shit. And even you, like you're talking about like the car stuff. Yeah. And like, that shit's fucking crazy. For real, it's fucking nuts. But it's like, you have to think, bro, and believe. For me, like, right, if me looking at it, I feel like you have to think and believe there's a reason why you're still here, even though all that shit happened, bro. And for me, like, I would hope that you would think of it in a way like, there's a reason I'm here and I have a purpose to serve. So let me try and give myself the best chance of serving that purpose. You know what I mean? And I hope, like, you know, it is an optimistic woo type of way to look at it, but you know, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you can, you know, somebody can sit out there and say like you're fucking trying to preach some bullshit, like. Bro, you're and half the motherfuckers that you know that are out here, you're not living a life of fucking purpose or anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're you're living a half-ass life. You're fucking giving half-ass, like you're being a half-ass parent. You're being a half-ass fucking human being. Like you can be better. There's more shit that you can
so much better
do that can serve the people around you, bro. And that's all we're trying to like say here, you know. And you go through shit so that it kind of like, for me, it's just that, even like when we were doing all the drinking and stuff and we're all going through the shit, that's for me, that was just eye-opening. Like, we're doing what everybody's doing. And we're going through what everybody else is going through. You think I don't believe that people are still like, people that even like follow us and what, do you think I don't believe that they're still just going through that shit, still doing it, even though they see a lot of us have kind of flipped that, right? We still go through our shit. You know, we still go through our shit, but we know how to deal with it better, you know, just because of going through all the shit that you constantly put yourself through discomfort, you know, you constantly put yourself through uncomfortable situations, and then you kind of learn how to deal with the shit, and you learn that what's really important as you're going through. You learn what's really important in your life, and fuck all the other bullshit.
Because that's like, you know, like you said, like when we first did 75 Hard, it was at our best. Our relationships got better, careers started coming through. You know what I mean? So it's like, when you see that, and then that's what when I beat myself up the most after the second time was, I saw what I could have done. I saw where I can be, and then I put it on pause just to collect everything and that I was going through and not using that, because I was built different as far as when after 75 Hard, like everything. What I ate, what I drank, you know what I mean? I didn't drink as much, but then after it was like, you know, everything was coming right back to it. So
you gotta think too, after you come off of something so good, and the norm starts to come back, there's like a fork in the road. There's a choice now you have to make. Am I gonna go back to the old ways, or am I gonna continue on this progress? And that's the hardest choice too, because you know, the old ways, it can be powerful, you know what I mean, to go back that way. But I think when you level up, also things will get harder, because you're not the same anymore.
For sure.
Like you always say, your hard is different, you know what I'm saying? So you push yourself, you get better, you get stronger, and your hard becomes harder. So now you got to continue to grow, and so that you can continue to take on those and
push through those
walls. Push those walls, so you can continue to take on all the hard that's eventually going to come your way. So
because it's life, you know what I mean? It's not, and that's the thing, it's not meant to be easy, you know what I mean? But if you're going to be a little bitch, then that's something that's a self thing. That's something you got to get out yourself, you know what I mean? That's when you make excuses. Like for myself, like I was bitching out of situations, you know what I mean? But now it's like I've channeled where I can be, you know what I mean? And I made an excuse to bitch out. But you know what I mean, when I know I can be, it's just me fighting myself. So and nobody can beat me. That, you know what I mean, it's me first. So.
It's you versus you.
Yes, it's me versus me for sure.
Here's another one coming.
But it's always like, and this is what I've learned, like with that, is like, when we've also said this before, where it's like every time you make a decision to like do the easy thing, bro, it's so easy to stack on that. Like what? Like, I eat one cookie. Next thing I'm eating 5. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's so easy, and I fucking do it all the time, bro. Like even like on the weekends, I say, I'll give myself a cinnamon roll. Like, I eat 4, bro. Like, I'm fucking wild about it, you know. But like it's still like I always look at it like this. Like there's nothing wrong with giving yourself that grace, right? But as long as you're winning more days than you're losing, you know what I'm saying? You're stacking more days than you're fucking like. That's why I always say I'll take 5 days. I work out every day, you know. It doesn't matter, but I'll work out every day. I'll do some kind of fucking mental like learning, right? Podcast, fucking reading, whatever. And then I'll throw in some fucking. I want a fucking burger. I'll eat a burger. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I'm not killing myself. I'm getting that little bit. And then I'm still fucking working, stacking, winning more days than I'm losing. You know? And that's the whole battle, bro. That's the whole fucking battle. Because once you give yourself one, it's so easy to just.
That's why I just seen a meme. I just seen a like quote yesterday. It says, "Quit or keep going. Either way, it's going to be hard."
You
know what I mean? So
you get to decide. It's just because I just said the same thing. You get to choose your heart. Right? It's like when you like decide, all right, I don't care about what I eat, and like I've said, we've been on both sides of it. You know, both sides of it, where I was just watching a fucking video of us doing our sandbag workout or duffel bag. No, the duffel bag workout in Tequila or
yeah.
And bro, we look like fucking
Thai high school.
Oh yeah, we fucking look like totally different people.
Oh, when you guys did the
it was
with
with
Zach was
Zach.
Zach was with us.
Yeah. So we're out there and I'm just looking at that. It's like, and those are the times where we decided, like, yeah, we're gonna work out, but there was no control over eating. There's no control over water consumption. Yeah. Nothing, bro. Nothing's really going into the the mind, really fixing the mind, right? And that goes into his heart, like where I had back problems. I had fucking, I have back problems. Like my fucking like lungs hurt like way more than fucking, then you can go into health issues where it's, you're in the hospital down the road, right? And like you're choosing your heart down the road. It's gonna medical bills, fucking your actual health will be affected, right? You're deciding on that, and you make those decisions now. Now, if you decide I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna eat better, I'm gonna do all that. That's your heart, right? That's your heart. That's long term. That is not gonna be hard for you, right? Yeah. You're deciding every day what your heart is gonna be down the road. So, I mean, you fucking. You knocked that out twice, bro. Yeah, and you made your mind up to do it. And then the Vegas shit that's the shit that was crazy to me. That you made those trips out, because I remember we were working together. So you'd come back and then you're talking like, I didn't drink. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's nuts, bro. Like hanging with Max and the boys out there, bro. They fucking party, bro. They drink heavy.
Yeah, that's what. And I was doing 75 hard in that house. You know what I mean? Like, where you going? I said, I gotta go outside. I gotta go do my workout outside. No, where you going? I gotta read my book. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it was the most challenging, but it was easy because my mind was already set. Like, I'm gonna do this again. You know what I mean? So as hard as it sounds, we've done it already, and I knew going to Vegas, I was gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? I could have failed in Vegas, and I'd probably just left my kids here. I would never came back because I wouldn't have forgave myself. You know what I mean? It's what it is. It's mentally, like, when you're putting yourself through the situation. All three of us have been through it. When you're mentally driven and you fuck yourself up, then what? You know what I mean? So,
all right, well, I want to like kind of chime into something that I've thought about ever since it happened. But I mean, all you guys that did it might not seem like a big deal, right? But like for me at the time and what I was going through at that time, it was just wow to me. But we had the Polyfest, right? We did the Polyfest down in Auburn. You and the boys, you guys put TNB together to play in the Kingdom tournament.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So you guys put that together. So I wasn't able to show up the first day and like support, even play or anything. But then I come the next day to support the boys because you guys make it to the next day and you guys fucking balling out. Basically worked up to fucking finishing with third place, right?
Third place, yeah.
So finishing third place and. I'm only over there hanging out and like chilling with you guys, and then there's cash money that's rewarded to the boys, bro. And the shit, the shit about it is crazy to me, bro, because I was sitting there like the whole time I'm feeling so guilty that I'm not playing with them. I'm really not able to support them in any way. And during that time, all of us weren't like together that much, like and I felt guilty, like I was neglecting the group, I was neglecting you guys, right? And I wasn't doing the right things about supporting you guys more and all that stuff. But they received the money, and I fucking broke down, bro. Like I was going through so much shit during that time. Like I felt like I was busting my ass constantly, bro. I was busting my ass every day, doing so much shit, and to feel like it's just getting unnoticed. And then these guys, fucking Jay, called me over to the fucking side. They gave the money to Dom, and it's like, bro, we're gonna give you the cash. I'm like, what? Shit blew my fucking mind. First off, bro.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like, when I brought it up to him, I'm like, this is what I want to do. Everybody, there was not one person that was like, no, let me get my, but they didn't want to be a dick either. In their mind, they could have said it like, I need.
He's just like, that motherfucker wasn't even here.
Yeah, that was my last $30. But everybody also knew what they had on their chest though too. You know what I mean? What some people had Uncle Phil's shirt on them, but they knew what they were representing those too. So when you were there, obviously your presence was known. You know what I mean? For everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
and that's like one of the biggest things that me and him talk about a lot when it comes to MB, bro. It's like, there's a certain way that we need to represent ourselves. When we're wearing MB across our chest, bro, there's like certain ways that we need to act and we need to 100%, be, and we always talk about that. Like for me, there's no bullshit. Like, and we've played on other teams, right? We've played on other teams and we've seen it. But there's a certain way that I feel like we need to be. Like I'm gonna sit out here and put my fucking face on the line all over social media and talk a certain way about certain things, and then we're gonna go out to these tournaments where all these are the same people that see me on social media talking about these things or whatever, right? And then we're gonna go out there and we're gonna allow our people to talk a certain way, be a certain way out there. And you're not caring about other people, you don't give a shit, you just care about yourself, or you just talk a certain way, like negatively.
Yeah,
we don't stand for that, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I would rather lose a tournament than go out there and fucking win in a way that's not the right way.
Yeah, you lose twice.
Yeah, and these are our people. We're Nesian built on our chest is representing all of our people, and if we're gonna go out there and not act like the best versions of our people, then we're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
and me and this guy talk about that shit a lot, and we try to our best, like when. Attitudes are flaring. That's what I know about like TNB when we go out there and play, and I feel like that's the biggest reason why we win. We're not the most talented team.
Yeah,
like I never fucking think that, bro. Like even when we won the first time, we were not the most talented team out there, bro.
Our camaraderie was different though. Like you know what I mean, like how that first year was crazy because we
barely knew those.
Yeah,
I barely knew those guys.
Yeah,
you know. And then the second time we came out there, it was last year or the year before.
Year before.
It's like that was like the first thing I knew I had to mention to the team, bro. It's like we win by our vibes, bro. Like that's what our team is. Our team is not the best. We're not the most talented. You have some really solid dudes, and then we have some guys that are fucking brand new to the game, bro. And we have to bring them all together. Make it all
I
work.
think it was also easier the second time around because the first time it was just we went from Machalapan to TNB, right?
Yeah, that was the first year.
And then there was only a few. A handful of people that were wearing referee root hats and you know what I mean, and then Nesian built in general. Yeah. Then the second time,
she was
everywhere. You see Nesian built, and then we're thinking, mentally like, oh, everybody, you look to another field, they're rocking our shit. So it's like we have to like not necessarily we have to win, but our vibe is going to be up because we see. Mm-hmm. We see everybody else wearing what we're representing right now. You know, they're wearing what we represent. So it's like, what better vibes can be put out when we're the ones that they want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because and then it's like, because imagine the first time we went out there, okay, nobody cared about us like at first, right? Nobody gave a fuck until we started winning. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, who the fuck are those guys? Those guys are tokens, all this shit, right? Yeah. And so everybody's throwing that shit at us, and then like they might have been talking about it after we won, right?
They still talk about it.
Yeah, they still talk, and it's like it's all right, whatever, bro. Like, get over it. We don't give a fuck. Like I just said, we don't come out and cheat. We don't come out and do shit the wrong way. You can think however you want, absolutely. But the facts are the facts, and I don't give a fuck. Like, so you can be in your imaginary space all you want, and then we come out the second time, right? And it's like that one, because that was like everybody against us, and this time it was different where we were winning and everybody was with us. Yeah. Like, bro, when we went to the championship game, I'm telling you, when I looked out, bro, and I just saw like, bro, that is.
I remember you always said.
I was telling
that was the dope. That was the dope. You talking about the second time?
Yeah.
Because if you look, it's the turnaround, bro. Yeah. Like the first time, fuck you guys. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. But then the second time, you look into the stand, and if you look to the left where Nesian built was at, it was so dope, bro. Because. Man, it was a life-changing thing because of where everybody was at.
Yeah. We're like looking because me and him have like basically like the same angle. We're playing on the field in the same position, right? And then it's like we look out, and then it's just fucking NB like all across, like right going through, bro. And it's just like it's crazy, bro. Like where we came from, you know. And then it's just seeing that because it's not just about the clothes, bro. It's about these people. I think majority of people wear it because of how they feel about when they look at us and how they feel about our team, how they feel about, all the stuff that we put out, because people see us on social media. So there has to be a feeling that is involved with it, that an energy that they get from it. And that's always what I want to push.
I can only imagine because when I see it, I feel, man, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I can only imagine what you two, like when people see it, they'll message me like, oh, I just saw your brand. All right, cool. Appreciate it. Share it. Send it. You know what I mean? But when you guys see it, it's a whole different, you get emotional when you see it. Yeah, so when I'm playing Will and you're at short and you're just looking like you just said, like we're looking around, our vision is two different things because it's something that you put your heart, sweat, and you know what I mean, the footwork in. And I'm just saying, I probably folded that one time, just one time, and then, you know what I mean. So it's
At some point, I printed that, I folded that, like I did all that work to that fucking thing, bro. And
I hope it didn't fuck it up. You know what I mean?
It's always something. Bro. It's always something.
Yeah, I hope that's not the bad batch.
I was gonna say, oh shit, that's the misprint.
Yeah. Where's the who has the stickers where it said NB didn't have the slash in it? Remember when they sent you?
Oh yeah. They fucking, you know how the logo gets fucked up sometimes.
Yeah.
See,
bro.
We have like a whole batch of those, didn't we? At one point, prints.
Yeah, and you know it's crazy, bro, because I really do like before, like, so I played Caracas this year, right? And bro, they're a fucking great team, bro, and we should have won. Like, you know what I mean, in a bunch of ways. But it was funny, because before the championship games, I always like take time to myself. I sit back. I know it's fucking softball, bro. It's just a fucking game. But for me, like, I just always think about, like, bro, like, because I'm thinking about the brand and the stuff that people are coming and telling me throughout the time that we're there, and I'm sure they're talking to him too, or there, bro. And I just sit there and just say that I'm thankful that people even think about us, because all the time I spend here doesn't mean anything if nobody even gives a shit know, about the brand. So I always take time, like, I go off on the field by myself and I pray, like, and I just thank God for all of it, And then I was there. I did it during the championship when we won with George, and George came up to me like, "You good, bro?" I'm like, "Just taking the time, bro." And then he asked me like, "What are you feeling?" And I wrote it in the ground, just grateful, bro. Like, that's it. Did the same thing with Caracas. And when I'm praying, bro, I'm not asking God, please make us win. that's not what I'm asking for, bro. I wish it was that, like, and it's like, just ask for it and he give it to you. I'm not asking for that. I'm really asking to put me in an experience and show me a lesson that I need to learn. Show me what I need to learn today. And then help these guys that I'm with, that I'm playing with, everybody on the field, be safe, stay healthy, be happy about what we have, be grateful for what we have and what we're doing right now. And basically just fucking learn something today, And I get it from every fucking situation. Like, I got it. I learned lessons from that fucking championship we played with the boys in Tacoma, and it was different feeling, right? Because we fucking basically won. We won by 10 in the championship game, which is a different feeling than we lost by fucking like 20 in the championship in Portland when I played with the other team. But we had our opportunities, and I like, that's all it is all the time. Like, now it's just, I know that what it takes to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it takes to win, and I even mentioned it when I talked to the boys in the dugout, which I was gonna talk to Lenny about this and those guys, but I said it in the like, when we grouped up before the game. I said, at some point we're gonna have to come back to win this game. Like, all the championships we played, we have to come back to win. We had to do it like fucking every time. This is a championship game, and the first game we were down. We had to come back. It's like, you're either gonna blow them out, or you're gonna have to try to come back and win this game. We had the opportunity to come back and win that game. We just didn't make it happen.
I thought you were gonna hit a bomb, bro.
Bro, I thought, what's crazy?
I said it on the live. I said, I was like, Nesian Bill's gonna hit a bomb right here,
bro. I should have taken more time. Like, I keep thinking about, I should have taken more time before stepping in the fucking thing. I walked in there. He threw me some fucking crazy pitch. For me, it just looked terrible. Like, I was like, it was high, and they called a strike. I'm like, fuck it. Me, strike two. I'm just swinging at the next one. Like, anything close enough, I'm swinging at that bitch. And it was a decent enough pitch, but I didn't put no lift on it. So I'm just gonna hit it hard somewhere. Like, I want it, bro. I should have taken my time and then, like, and I think about that, and I've said that on the pod. Like, that game was on me. Like, I take full responsibility for us losing that game, because that game was on me, bro. Like, I could have won us that game. Then we lose it. We go into the championship game. I'm pitching and they're just killing me, bro. They're just hitting the ball everywhere, like, just unstoppable. Oh god. Yeah. So I put, like, it just sucked. Like, we lost that, but
it's vibes. But it's built off vibes, bro.
Yeah.
Any winning team, you know what I mean. And there's been times like the first one where a lot of people were a little bit way too competitive for the nature of what we had. So it's like, you got to break it down to them. Like, we got people that just started playing.
You know what I mean? Like, really, look at our fucking, we had 10 guys.
We had 10 guys.
We had 10 fucking dudes.
We had 10 and a half guys. When the half guy was drunk.
And sleeping. He was taking a nap.
Sleeping in the back. He's probably still sleeping. Good morning, Ping. You know what I mean?
It's an MVP.
MVP, yeah. So it's just like, so it's a vibe thing. Like, and then the second time, I think, like, everybody wanted to win. Everybody, because we just came off a year from Boise.
75 hard. Yeah. We did win, that was the year 75 hard and all that shit.
And then we came back to 75 hard, but that's when we wanted to win it, because we just put ourselves through everything, that was meant for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and like you just said, Boise, we sucked.
We sucked.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, Boise, It was frustrating. Like I think we went out. It was fun. It was fun as fuck. Like
yeah,
we left the field.
definitely fun as fuck.
Everything outside of it was fucking fun, but on the field it was like, what are we doing, bro?
I was injured. he was fucking. So it's like both of us, like the two top people were like just in the middle, just looking like shit.
It was so bad.
We were mentally fucked up, but we were having a good time. But it's just like nobody was gonna pick us up.
Yeah.
We're talking to each other like, hey, we gotta get out of this. We gotta get out of this. You know what I mean? But we just couldn't get out of it. I was having hamstring problems, back problems. Yeah.
It was
like a dehydrated.
And we had a lot of like guys that like it was my brother's first Labor Day.
Yeah,
it was
Chris's first
first Labor Day. A bunch of new guys, and then and like we even talked about it afterward. We were telling everybody, hey, but because we came back bragging rights and we almost we didn't win it, but we took second.
Yeah, we took second. Yeah,
so we took second in the bragging rights for me right after Labor Day, and I was like, that's the team that we usually play like that. And when Labor Day, we didn't play like that. There was something going on there that I don't know. We're just all fucking hungover. The alcohol is just running through our veins, and these guys nervous as fuck because Labor Day it's big.
Yeah,
right? There's a lot of people, so it was a lot of their first Labor Day. So
it don't matter how many Labor Days you play, you're still gonna. I still get nervous.
Oh yeah, adrenaline's rushing through you all the time. Like, there's so many.
And I want to swing at the first pitch every single time. The first pitch of Labor Day, I'm gonna swing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And even if it's a solo,
now everyone's gonna know.
Yeah,
because you gotta get it out.
I'm gonna get it out. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to hit. It doesn't matter. I want to set a tone. You know what I mean? It's either gonna come back to you, or it's gonna go out, or I'm gonna pop it out.
How was it like playing with Step Brews this year?
It was cool. It was fun. They're all young, so they all looked up. You know what I mean? They all looked up, but it was just before we even went out there, they told me like, hey, we know how you are, but we're just letting you know we're just gonna go there, have fun. We're gonna build a couple guys, but I didn't know it was gonna be like 20 something guys.
Oh, yes.
At first it was supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And then once we start BPing and they see that I'm playing short, I'm hitting bomb, then it's like, hey, the lineup's gonna change. So we have to, we have to win. But there were a bunch of cool guys. Like a lot of them have a lot of talent if they really wanted to. Yeah. And they're learning, but they're fucking up right now because they want to go golf, softball. Oh, yeah. At an early stage of their softball, you know what I mean?
The swing's different.
No, swing's different. Yeah, for sure. But they're all good at golf, though.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? So it's like, but it was dope though. It was fun. Very very humbling though, as far as where we come from. You know what I mean? Because like when we played against each other, like it's different. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to having like another caliber. You know what I mean? That's right now because. The boys that what was his name? One of the guys that was playing third next to me. He was dope, but they all just got here from Saipan, so they feel the 11.25 gloves.
Yeah, it's not the
it's not gonna work. So Mark, I don't know. So
I don't know what that means.
So the glove, but they want to use the baseball glove still.
Yeah,
in softball, and if you have fast hands, like if you're like Roki or Power or something, but even they got
they're bigger gloves.
They got bigger gloves now too.
They understand. Like even when I first came out here from Saipan, when I was playing softball, I was using a fucking 11 quarter, bro. Like it's just a real small glove. You're not giving yourself a chance. Like, and that's unless you're quick still. Like young and quick,
but he was hella dope though. We had some players that were hella dope. It's just like it was their first Labor Day, so the nerves. And I think that they had a lot of pressure because they knew that we won last year, so that they were trying to do more impressing than they were inside their head. Yeah, like the whole time. Like at first it was supposed to be fun, but since say Danny's walking people. Yeah. He looks back at me like, "Fuck, you want to come?" Pressure. Yeah, you want to come? Yeah, because I'm there. He's like, "You want to come?" I'm like, "Fuck no." Yeah. But it was just they had a lot more fun than that they wanted. Like we wanted them to, but it's just built in that when they saw me at short, it was just too much.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, but I didn't ask for that. I wanted. I told him like, I'm just gonna go to Labor Day. I'm gonna drink. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna have fun because we weren't gonna go. Yeah. And then they just happened to reach out. And I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Yeah, but it was dope. Those boys were cool though.
Yeah, and it's like it's crazy, bro. Because like remember like Bulletero Kings and all. That's how they all started. Bro.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Out have fun, and then bro, Bulletero Kings is a fucking solid squad now. Yeah. All these guys grow up and they're playing fucking. Oh, it's just for fun, but all it is reps. Just keep getting reps, and the guys just start understanding more how to where to play, how to play. Where to get the ball to, just little things can change your team, bro. And
they're like really the only team that, as far as vibes go, that can match up with us because they're with each other all the time, PPing. You know what I mean? We vibe hella fast, like right when we see each other. You know what I mean? So it's like different, but they're already in a group chat, like, oh, this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean? But it's hella, they're hella dope in general. So
and that's solid. Yeah, like and that's always the thing, like where you should build, bro. Like I always hope teams do that, and it's like you don't have to come out here thinking that you gotta win this shit. Like don't fucking even. I never go out there thinking about winning it, bro. Like I just go out there thinking like let's just compete every game and then let's see what happens. Like there's no you don't. I like winning, believe me. That I love fucking winning, but I like competing even more. Like if we're competing, that means more to me.
Oh, absolutely.
But we have to fucking enjoy it. There should be no nonsense that happens in a game of softball where you're competing. I don't understand where like, like unless it's a actual like there's a problem between two people, but not because of the game. But
and that's why
because of other shit.
That's kind of why I beat myself up too. Like, and I know you still think about it all the time, like about that whole fun thing, competing thing.
Yeah.
Especially was the Labor Day with Uncle Phil's last Labor Day. On the last at bat.
Yeah.
I always think about like we could have.
We fucked that up.
Yeah, we definitely fucked it up. Like it was last Labor Day. We were already up 9. All we needed was one more. Somebody was on third, right?
Yeah, it was bases loaded.
Bases loaded, yeah. And all we needed was one run, and we should have subbed Uncle Phil in just like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the situation where like we knew we kind of had the game. The game was ours.
The game was ours. Yeah.
The other team was kind of deflated already. And Uncle Phil didn't play the whole tournament. Like he said he was good. He just sit out, and then we got so caught up in that moment that we were about to just win it that fucking totally forgot. We could have put him in and let him like he had one at bat. Yeah, he's the MVP of this whole shit
for sure.
And I fucking hate that we forgot.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I went to work. He was on the fucking forklift, and I was like, bro. He rode up and I was like, bro, I've been thinking about this and we fucked up. And he's like, bro, don't even say it. I already know. So I was like, it's so fucking crazy. I thought about that, man.
Yeah.
But we'll go like you and Henry started the whole fucking thing last year, bro.
Yeah.
The Asia Pacific, the like API fucking tournaments, right? And it's already been 3 tournaments? 2 tournaments.
We had 3. We had 3, yeah.
3, right?
Yeah.
So like and a lot of teams showing up, a lot of people coming out. There's a lot of discussion about a lot of different things happening. There's still a lot of figuring out that has to be done when it comes to those tournaments because there's a lot of things that people love about it, and then there's things that people disagree about it because you're trying to start a whole new thing. But that's just part of the whole fucking thing. What's the plan with you guys
as far as
that whole thing?
Well, honestly, so since everybody's been off, like me, Henry and I have been talking about is we're just trying to Auntie Lenora, she's stapled.
Yeah.
Island ball out here in Washington in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So obviously we're gonna actually want her to give us feedback, for what she wants to do too, because I'm not gonna take any dates from Auntie Lenora for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I reached out to her. She reached out to me the other day, but the plan is like to continue it, but as far as like like the married in, we're gonna tackle the biggest problems first.
Yeah.
The married in and the tokens and who's a token and who's not a token, who's grandfathered in, and we're just gonna simply wrap last year up and then start fresh.
Yeah.
With the ideas of the committee that we started, because that's the easiest way to do it. Because if we continue going based off of last year, where everybody was unhappy, like we fucked up a lot of it. You know what I mean? As far as allowing certain things to happen, allowing certain tags to be. We've never had a tag.
Yeah.
There's never been a time like where
Islanders
where you can have a different rank in the Island community. We never wanted it. But
nobody cared. Nobody thought about it really. Nobody really had. We never really had tag players other than fucking. Now we have Powell, Swayze, and those guys. But now it's it's just a little different.
But even then, what's
a tag?
As far as rankings go, like your player ranking, like so, there's recreational, and then there's so the recreational is the ones that are just having fun. Yeah, like Step Brews, they're a recreational team.
Yeah,
they're just now starting, and then you have the more advanced team. The more advanced you go up, the higher you go up as far as the tag goes, E, D, C, whatever. But everybody wants to play island tournaments. You know what I mean? And we've held the biggest ones last year. You know what I mean? They want to play in these tournaments. Everybody that's in like the American community, they want to play in, but they're a lot higher when it comes to us. And then, but it's just a respect thing now. Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're not, we're all there to have fun. You know, barbecue, chill. But if you're not going to respect the family culture, then that's where that's where the problem. That's where the problem is, and that's where me and Henry's going to get together and okay, we can have the tokens, or we can just keep it strictly Islanders. You know what I mean? That's if we wanted to, we can just say strictly Islanders, strictly API.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we'll dot it there, and we'll cement it, because nobody can tell us no. Nobody can tell us like, no, you have to do it this way, because nobody else is putting up for it either. So
because we've had the experience where we've had the island tournaments, right? And then guys that are really good have been brought into play, like as the tokens. Like, though, let's say you're allowed to have 2 tokens, right? Guys that are really good have been brought in, but they've never been around the island tournament, so they don't know what, like, how we run it, and it's very new to them.
Yeah,
because a lot of them that are higher tag, it's about competing. It's about like you don't give a shit about the other team that you're playing. Like when you're playing them, like you don't care. But when the Islander tournaments, it's a very different thing, because everybody gives a shit. Like nobody's out there just trying to blast middle, like hit people, hurt people, or disrespect. Like you see guys out there hugging on first base, saying what's up to their fucking cousin, their fucking guy that they were friends with in high school, stuff like that. And when you bring people that are outside, I'm not saying that it's like they just need to understand the situation and understand like how we're doing it. Yeah, we compete, but there's a certain level of respect that's still put on that field.
Because at island tournaments, there's always going to be an accidental middle shot.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
but when you're not accustomed to how the culture is, you'll come in here and see a middle shot, and there's always that one person like, oh yeah. Well, all right, protect. And then that's when we start having a dispute, because you're not going to hit at my uncle. Yeah, and then you're blasting somebody's uncle or something. Like, that's the problem. And that's the thing. Like you guys, they're like, oh, do you care about the guy that's pitching? Yeah, we're playing against him. I don't, I want to win this game, but you're not any. That's for anybody. If anybody's like, oh, do you know him? I'm not gonna allow. I'm not gonna, my team or anything. You know what I mean? Even if they're just sitting on as a bystander, I'm not gonna. Yeah. That's even if I'm not hosting a tournament, I'm still gonna be like, this would be your last tournament for sure, because you guys are too good. Yeah. There's people that are too good. Like, oh, I'm about to blast his ass. Yeah. Now you're trying to hurt him, and if you do, then. Imagine you hitting him and then I hit you and then
we're just fucking constantly hitting each other's uncles, or somebody's uncle. Like we just don't like rolling like that, and it's a fucking solid way to bring the people together, bro. Yeah, those tournaments are a good way to bring people together, but it's sometimes like if the wrong people are out there. I'm not saying just because you're part of another fucking culture, or you're part of another race, that you're the wrong person. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm saying like if you have the wrong attitude when you come out there, that's when it becomes a fucking problem. Because most Chamorros and most like Hawaiians and all these fucking people that come out to play these, they're not going out there for fucking blood. You know what I'm saying? They're out there for just be with the fucking eat. They want to drink. They want to drink.
They just want to have a good time, and that's what it is. And that's what with Sonora, she has to take it back though. I mean,
that's what it's always been. It's always been like
it's her. This is why I started. I've been coming out.
That's how we met.
That's how we met. Her tournaments. You know what I mean? So it's like when they're like, "Oh, is Lenore throwing?" I'm like, I'm hoping so. Like, obviously we help her now. Yeah, you know what I mean. But now that she's back, she has dates. She has dates that she cemented already. So it's like, I'm just waiting. So whatever date she has, we'll counter off it, like to get the other ones, and maybe some summer, like early summer ones. Yeah, because man, I don't care for any other softball. Like everybody else has still been playing. I'm on my AJ Allen shit. Like I'm not playing in the cold right
now. I don't fucking play no more. Like I think the last time, we played league and stuff like that. But like the last time I think I played like a tournament was when I played with you guys. Well, I played with you afterwards, a little bit afterwards. But when I played fucking Snap It when my shoulder was blasted, and I got fucking blasted in the stomach when I was pitching, bro. Like. That was like one of the last times I was like, I'm done playing those tournaments. No mask. Like, I don't like that shit. Yeah, I'm done playing those tournaments. Like, I don't island tournaments only for me. Yeah, because I just want to have fun. And
plus island tournaments, I get to play wheel, and then other tournaments I have to catch up.
He's like, I look better when I play.
Yeah, I'm definitely better. But then my finger's still broken, so it's like I don't want to play right now in the cold.
But it's crazy because don't people even always say like, "Damn, Dom, you're a different Dom in the island tournaments."
Yeah, well, it's because I get a different chance though. Opportunities, like they think like. I still think they think about Snap It when I go to other tournaments, but it's a whole different. Like I don't know what they see.
Yeah, but it's great because even me when I play with like different teams, like I played with Fat Boys for the Palau tournament, and like even me, I start to see myself as a different person when I'm playing with a different team. Like those are my that's my cousins and shit. It feels like we're Little League again when I'm with them. I know, but it's just like I feel like I have to put myself in a different place. Like with MB, right? Okay, the leader, right? You have to be the leader. When I'm with Fat Boys, all right, bro, you're nobody. You just need to just
Yeah.
follow what they're doing.
No pressure on your.
It was weird.
shoulders.
It was weird seeing you at second that time.
Yeah. It was cool though. I mean,
yeah, but it's
that's not
like,
my
you know,
spot,
when
probably.
you're the man,
Yeah.
like, you know, then you have to be the man's man. You know what I mean?
And the man of the team is my younger cousin.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah. So it's like it's
cool.
just a you know, like I said, it's like a humbling experience sometimes because you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know where you're going to be at the next go.
Yeah.
That's in life in general, not just softball.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because you could be the man. We could be the man right here,
Yeah.
and then once we leave that door,
Yeah.
nobody gives a fuck about you.
Yeah, nobody gives a
Nobody
shit.
gives a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The environment will dictate who
Yeah,
the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you. You can be the best person you want to be before you leave your house, and then once you leave that door,
Yeah.
you mean, who the
Yeah.
fuck is that guy?
Yeah. You better learn to adapt to wherever the fuck you're at. That's all. Like
that's it. It's an adaptation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's leveling up to whatever situation you're in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've learned to do it because I see it all the time. Like, oh, okay, dom. But when I leave there, like, can I help you?
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
then what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, especially with like from softball, like because it's one of those things where your environment, right, like can tell you who you are or who you're not, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like you can go in different situations, like I can like this is like something that goes in my head, right? Like I put myself in my own environments, right? Like I control the environments that I put myself in, right?
Yeah.
So when I'm in the gym or I'm in the thing and I'm fucking lifting and I'm running or whatever the fuck I'm doing, right? I'm my own environment. I'm in my own head telling myself, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're the man right now, right?
Yeah.
And then you can go to a gym and you see some big motherfucker just
Yeah.
out there like, you are not the man.
Yeah,
you
you're
have
not
a
the
long
man.
way to
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's why like
Humble.
humble your ass,
Yeah,
right? Like,
yeah.
and then or you run with people that are just way faster than
Yeah.
you, right? It's just, and then whatever you're doing is nothing to them.
Yeah.
That's why I fucking always like tell myself, bro, you are nothing every
Yeah.
day, bro. That's
You're
why I do
nothing.
this shit. Like I am nothing, and I
Yeah.
need to work for everything that I have, everything that I want to get and need to get.
Yeah.
Like I need to earn all of that.
Yeah, that's, you know, and back to the softball thing, like, you know, us going to any field,
Mhm.
any island tournament. Oh, those the ones right
yeah.
there. And then you go to an American tournament, and then I'm EH.
Yeah, they don't know you there.
Oh,
Yeah,
they don't- yeah.
Who's this guy? It's like when I played with Snappy, bro. When I played with these guys, none of them knew me.
Yeah, you're
right?
catching.
Yeah, I was catching, and then I was
Yeah.
hitting like fucking 7th or 9th or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And it's like I've done that many times, bro. I've run
Yeah.
into so many teams like that
Yeah.
where, all right, you're not the guy. I understand that.
You're not the
But
guy.
I just got to show you what I can only control what I
Yeah.
control. I do what I do, and I don't try to do anything different. I don't try to act like anybody that I'm not.
Thanks again for tuning in to another Nesian Build podcast. If you enjoyed this episode so far, please be sure to stay tuned for part 2.